let's get a look to a more general topic subject, which is modifiers. We already figured out that depending on the size of the modifier or the size of the source of light, you can get a harder or softer light. So this modifier that is here that you've already seen and work with in the previous video, this is a 3-foot octabox. There's thousands and different types of modifiers. You've got reflectors, you've got softboxes, you've got octaboxes, you've got parabolic modifiers, you've got umbrellas. They come in so many colors and shapes that probably you'll be like, okay, what type of modifier I should use? Now, each one of them has a particular way of working and generating a print of light or a pattern of light in your subject. And that will depend on how you like your image to work. It doesn't mean that all modifiers are going to be the same for every type of photography, but it all is based on what you think and you consider it could be better. Right here, I've got four of the most common modifiers that I normally use on my shoots and my work and photography and my workshops and all that stuff, which is the 3-foot octabox. I have a 5-foot octabox, but it's huge and I won't be able to set it here so you can see it. It will take way too much space, but that has a distinct type of light. I also have this one, which is a strip bank. And as you can see, this one is in a different way of shape. This is slimmer, and you probably have seen this before. You've seen this crate over here. We're going to talk about crates and grids in the next video. This comes with a grid. I also have the grid for this one, or the crate for this one. And I also have a foldable beauty dish. Now, this is a very particular modifier because, as you can see, this has something in the middle of it. Now, normally you will find beauty dishes to be reflectors, and they will have a silver or a plate attached in the middle. This one, because it's foldable, it doesn't have an attachment, so all this has been attached by these strings. So this area over here, see, this area over here is going to be diffused also. So this is going to give you a different type of look. Now, normally this beauty dishes don't have this material around the plate, because this plate, what it will do, it will reflect light in the plate back into the modifier and then out, and that will add distance. And you will say, well, what do you mean about distance? Like, there's not too much. To be honest, with light, even the smallest distance does apply, and this has a very, very particular effect. So this is a beauty dish. This is normally used for beauty photography, for portrait photography. You can put a diffusing material in front of it to make it a little more softer. You can put the grid to make it more tighter. I'll talk about grids later on. Also, modifiers have different inside materials. This one is silver. This one is silver too. This octabox, this strip bank, is also silver. So it's silver and it has the diffusing material inside. There's also white material inside the modifier. So it makes it a little bit more softer. It doesn't have that much of a punch like if it was a silver. So those are the modifiers. And I'm gonna be changing these so you can see the difference between how it looks. We already have a picture from hard light from the video, from the 4 video. And we also have a picture from soft light with this modifier. Now I'm going to add the strip bank so you can see how this looks. And then I'm going to change it for the beauty dish. So hold there, be right back in a minute. Okay, so now we've got the strip bank on, and this is a very, very particular modifier because, as you can see, is longer in an edge and it's shorter on the other. That means that depending on the position where you get it, you're gonna have an effect or another. In this case, because this is the longer edge versus this one, any shadow that is going to be in the depth side is going to be harder than any shadow that comes from top to bottom. And I'm gonna take a picture, and sometimes it's hard to see, but just bear with me. I'm gonna bring the camera, which is over here. Thank you. And I'm going to take the first picture. Sorry if I'm covering you up. And this is going to, okay, I'm gonna put this back to 10. First picture, great, perfect. Now I'm going to rotate this modifier this way. Okay. I'm going to change this side. And I'm going to take another shot at David. Bam. There we go. So the only thing that I did with this modifier was rotate it. Okay, so I rotated this modifier this way, and then I just rotated this other way to make it horizontal. So it was vertical, horizontal. And I'm going to show you the difference between one or the other. And you can see there is a huge difference, especially in the shadow that comes from this side. Because this is longer, it's softer, it will cover a lot more area. But in the other one, which was upside down, this area didn't have that much light. So this is going into shadow. So this is a very versatile modifier that you can use to have different effects depending on one. They're bigger. I have a bigger one, but it's a little bit harder to manipulate over here, but I have it. But this one is a very good one, especially for portraits. So that is how the strip bank looks like. Now I'm going to change this modifier. Sorry if it gets too bright. And I'm going to change this for the beauty dish. And I know that this probably is going to gain some light. So I'm going to get my flash meter and I'm going to measure it. Again, put this towards flash and it says F11. So it's actually just a third of a stop above what we had before. So it's F11. I'm going to take a picture of David. Bam. And this is how it looks with the beauty dish. Okay, now this also has a diffusing material. The beauty dish is one of those modifiers that you can use with or without the diffusing material. In this case, it was without it. I'm going to put it on. You can see how the light has changed already. So I'm putting the diffusing material here. With it, I'm going to measure it again. F9, so we lost 2/3 of a stop. F9. I'm gonna come over here and take the picture. Perfect. So now we got both pictures with or without the diffusing material. Now, it's not too much of a big difference. This diffusing material has a very particular way of working. It's only one diffusing coat, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. It only makes it a little bit softer compared to the other type of diffusing. The Octabox has 2 diffusing materials. The strip bank has 2 diffusing materials. This only has 1. So it only softens it so much. It doesn't make the highlights pop so much. It doesn't make that have too much of a kick when it comes to the type of light that it's getting. And it's just a little bit softer, but you know, it helps if you're very picky and you want to really have a lot of controls around how your light is going to be lit in your subject, then you can use the material. So that is, for now, the modifiers.